Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing on this Thursday, May 18th, 2023? Hope everybody's doing well. Hey, I really hope everybody made a buck or two yesterday. Yesterday was fantastic. Very nice to have days like that. Now let's see if we can run a couple of them together. Good morning, Winslow. Winslow, I'm glad you got the problem fixed there. Hey, Carla, good morning. Julie, good morning. JW, good morning. John, Steve, sorry, that's the only names I can see here in the limited chat box that I have. So glad everybody's here. Thank you. All right, let's talk about the market really quick here. This chart I think is one of the most important charts for anybody to have. It's a very simple chart. I'm just using my Trendicator in the T line. T line's the white line. Trendicator's the red dots and green dots. And you can see we're in a nice bullish trend here. Now, price could be doing something a little different. Price could be trying to turn and go down. Price could be trying to push to the upside. If we take a look at the diamonds, diamonds aren't doing so good here. You can see how the Trendicator's red. T-line's underneath that. Now, on this particular chart, you can't see price, so you don't know what price is doing. But overall, the trend is down. Overall, the trend is down. Let's take a look at IWM. Actually doing better than the diamonds. That's kind of tough to believe, but it is. You can see that we're trying to turn up. We have not confirmed that yet. This is confirmation when the white line is over the green dots. We're close, but not quite. And then there's the Qs. Holy moly. That's about as bullish gets. Now, on the other charts we looked at, you saw how tight we were and close that white line was to the green line. That's because they're still trying to find their direction in a powerful way. The Qs have clearly found its direction in a powerful way, at least up to now. We can't particularly predict what the future is going to do, but we can look at the chart and say, well, this is the direction it's going. And we'll watch price to see if that starts to change things, okay? Let's move into the chart with price on it. You can see pre-market here. There's not much here that says the Qs are coming down at all. Everything looks pretty bullish. If we take this and maybe go to a weekly chart and we just look straight across, and let's put a line up here where we are right now and go straight across. There's a bit of resistance up here. So I think by looking at some charts, and I'll show you here in a sec on a couple other charts, and then we're going to look for some charts to trade maybe today, or at least on the watch list. If we take a look at this, when we start bumping up against resistance doesn't scare me, but it sure, I've learned over time that I need to take it serious. Don't just, poof resistance off. And I treat resistance as a speed bump. And even a speed bump, you've got to slow down. Think about it. You're going through you're driving down the road 34 miles an hour. All of a sudden you approach a school zone and there's a speed bump there. You might slow down because it's a school zone, but you'll slow down even more because there's a speed bump there. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. So treat it like a speed bump. Have some caution. This is a chart that I absolutely love to follow, FNGU, which has a lot of the big tech in it. And look where we are here, and look where we are there. Now we have slightly broken out, but we're so close to these highs over there where we're flirting with some speed bumps in there. Take a look at the SPY. Look where we are at the SPY here. Look where our top is. Look where those tops are. Look where we are right here. We're flirting with speed bumps. So while we've had a fantastic, maybe not in the SPY, a fantastic run, we have held sideways. In the Qs, we've had a fantastic run. We're starting to get this little get up and go thing in the SPY, but we're going to have to get over this 417.70 ish area here. So just, I guess what I'm saying is yesterday was fantastic. Don't think just because we have one fantastic day, it's going to bleed over to the next day. We could see some slowness today. We could see a little bit of brake pumping in there. So keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at a few charts. One of the first ones that popped up on my scanner this morning for some gapping was this GOOS here. And, you know, somebody in the trading room, I don't remember who it was, either yesterday or the day before, I remember them saying, man, I'm thinking about buying some GOOS. I sure hope they did. And way to go. You're buying beer tonight. So great job on that one. So it's popped up. This is one for the watch list. We'll look for that gap and trap type trade. In fact, if you look at it right over here, that's what this was. A gap, and then we just kind of do what price does, and then we pull into this trap area, and boom, here we go up. So good job on that GOOS there. DPST, some of us bought this yesterday, bought the stock on this yesterday, and looks like we're up this morning a little bit. Truth be told, I wish it would actually pull back a little bit because I'm going to add to it down here. I bought a little bit at the high yesterday, really crossing my fingers, hoping we pull back so I can buy more. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't pull back, then hey, we've got something going forward. So we'll keep an eye on this one. This still looks like it has pretty good. There we go. About 37% to the 50 period moving average up here. ALB. Now, that is just a nice looking chart. I don't believe it's a buy right now. I do think it has higher to go, but I just don't think it is an entry. So I'm going to wait patiently for an entry. And a typical entry that I'm going to look for is this right here. Let's make that blue. Well, here's what we've done so far. So all I need is a little bit of a rest. And a little bit of a rest here could put us right into that 3/8 trap setup. This is currently a rounded bottom breakout. I love those. They really worked out well lately. So I'll just patiently wait for an entry on this, and then we'll see if we can't make some money moving up. CVNA, I still see some upside to that. Still holding this one for now. You've got a, sorry, I lost my mind. Fig Newton. I kept wanting to say ice cream or something. You got a Fig Newton chart pattern right here, and pre-market here we're doing just fine. The Fig Newton chart pattern is a chart pattern that screams of bullishness. Of course, you still need that follow through. I mean, that's, you know, in any chart pattern you look at, you can say, man, that's the greatest chart pattern in the world. But without that final act of price, it absolutely means nothing. So this is a type of chart pattern we keep our eye on, and now we look for that follow through. So let's get her up there. I like that one. Still 34% up to the 200 period moving average. Hey, BABA. I think BABA's setting up. I know a lot of people, they just don't get into the whole Chinese stock thing, and that's fine. You don't have to. But for those that just look at a chart for what a chart is, BABA's looking really good here. I still see BABA getting up in the $100 area. That's a $10 move. Let's just make sure we wait for the right time to buy. And by the way, if you're a member, well, member here or a trial member, please make sure you have the app downloaded to your phone and make sure it works. If you don't get at least one alert or one something from me in a day, then you need to call an ambulance, have them come check on me. You know, you should. And if you don't, be proactive. Let us know. Go to the website, click on the contact us button and say, hey, I'm not getting alerts. Or here in the room, just say, hey, I'm not getting alerts. But please don't let too many days go by, because we alert when we buy things, okay? Tesla would be a good example. We bought some Tesla, and we sold some Tesla yesterday. We sold for 17+%, sold half and still holding half. And, you know, you want to make sure you get those alerts when we buy, so you can decide if, you know, if you want to trade or not. And then we'll certainly alert when we sell the second half in there. Oracle, same scenario. We sold half of Oracle yesterday as it hit our target up here. Now, Oracle is pulling back a little bit here. I would love for it to pull back just a little bit, settle down right there in this area, enter maybe that second half again, because I'm still holding half, and then see if we can't run up around this 101, 102 area up here. What else do we have here? UNG, for the UNG holders, or I think some folks may be holding Boyle. UNG seems to be working out just fine. Still holding that. Beautiful. This is how you know, trends are built. Now we're a far cry from some, you know, nice big trend. We're a ways off that. But you can see how it's starting. A low, high, higher low, higher high, and so far we have a higher low. Now we just need to work up. The next hurdle from here is to work up and make that higher high. And the process just keeps on going. Somewhere along the lines, you know, you want to take some profits as we move up. As it pulls back, maybe you add to it, or you know, depending on where it pulls back to, or just take some profits and let the balance just keep doing what it's doing. So far, UNG is looking pretty good. Excuse me. All right, let's go peek on the market real quick one more time. Here's what I think, and I mentioned this yesterday in the trading room. As long as we hold above 413.40, I'm pretty much a happy camper. I don't really care what price does here, as long as it holds above 413.40. Below 413.40 on the SPY, that just puts us back into this trash area and this choppiness. That we don't want to be there. We want to be out of that trash area, up, or we want to be out of this trash area, down. I'd be just as happy putting on a short trade. But right now, market is pointing to bullishness. Everything is looking good. At the close yesterday, T2123 was bullish on the 15-minute chart. This morning, it kind of looks like it's going to be bullish on the 15-minute chart as well. We will be watching the hourly chart. That's going to be very, very important. Will the hourly chart pick up and get into a bullish formation? We get the hourly chart into a bullish formation and it shows a couple days of bullish activity. We may be running up a bit higher. With that said, please don't forget we're hitting some speed bumps. Don't forget that, okay? Hitting some speed bumps. All right, you guys take care. Thanks for being here. See you at the bottom of the hour. And then I want to remind you, I think members e-learning today in the combo room at 1:30 Eastern, okay? See you in about 25 minutes and then this afternoon. You guys take care.